What's up, perros? I'm Azael El Perro Rodriguez. I'm going for the welterweight title against Anthony Blackburn this Friday for PowerSlap 13.
Finally,
Finally, bro.
finally. I was telling Anthony that when we were talking, I just kept thinking over and over in my head, for whatever reason, the title match finally came, like it finally came, and then I ended up, putting it as like the title to the video, because I feel like it takes a lot of guts, bro, because you want this thing to happen, but you don't have a whole lot of control with it, right? Yeah. But you stood in there. You had some tough matches. You had some title shots, things like that. But everyone just kind of, ever since he called you out, and then it's just been time and time, and then you make the weight change. It's finally here. Like, it's got to feel amazing. You don't seem nervous.
No, you always see me every single match. I'm just happy, excited. This is what I live for. This is what I was born to do, just compete physically. And what better way to do it than slapping people and receiving the slap?
Yeah,
so
dude.
Whenever it's any type of match, if it's a title match, if it's a regular match, I'm always excited, man.
Yeah. And you finally get to show, like from a fan's perspective, I mean, editing is a powerful thing, right? So when you're on the show, they can really kind of like show you in one way. You know what I'm saying? But and as a fan, it's been fun to like actually get to know you a little bit and know actually I can sit with the guy I'm about to go up against and know that business is coming and handle my business and then go back to being, just the guy that I am. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, no, I got to actually talk to Blackburn yesterday. We were in the pool, and it was very respectful. We do have our exchanges online or whatever, but at the end of the day, we know that when we're in person, we could be cordial and we could be very respectful, but we could also have that side of us where we're gonna talk our shit because he thinks he's better, I think I'm better. So at the end of the day, we're here to see who's the better dogs, and obviously I'm El Perro, and I'm here
I love it, man. I love it.
Prove that.
And it's cool because the sport is, I've said a lot today, but it's still real. Like the sport really is, to you and I, it feels like it's been around for a long time. But to the outside sporting world, it's still really new. And so to actually have matches that people are anticipating already is like the funnest thing in the world, dude. Sure. Like as a fan, I can't wait for Friday to come, see everyone showcase what they've got. You know what I mean? And for you, I'm sure it's like it's here, man. You probably feel the same way.
Yeah, it's like that for not just my match. I feel like everyone on the card just has their own little story, and they've been where they are because of what they've done for the sport or maybe other things in life. So just being able to see how they perform, how it kind of translates to their performance on stage, that's what I'm most excited about. 'Cause you get to see them on social media, you get to see them in person, and you kind of just like read them and kind of get to talk to them about their experiences. And then when they're on stage, you're like, okay, that's why they're performing that way or whatever. So I'm excited on that aspect for sure.
Yeah. What do you think about all these wrestlers and stuff coming in? You think that's good for the sport? Bring a little energy, or you think it's just awkward?
No, I think it's cool.
You think it's cool?
Yeah, I got to meet some of the guys, and they're super humble. They're super excited. For me, it's as long as you're excited and you're humble and you're ready to bang, I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
If you're out here just like, I can do this, blah, 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 then I wouldn't be that excited. But getting to talk to them, everyone's pretty excited. Everyone's pretty humble, and they know what's coming. It's not just like, they know it's not just a game.
Yeah.
So everyone seems to have an A game coming into this, so I'm excited to see everyone.
Yeah, I agree. It's been fun because, it's not like John Cena or The Rock or anything like that, but there's something about that wrestler vibe where they get it and they put in the work and the energy, and I think the sport is going to be better for it.
For sure, the characters too. Like I know that they in their entertainment world they have their own character and they
right the masks sometimes.
Yeah, and I heard a lot of them say, no, I want to be my own personal, or I want to be myself. I want to keep that wrestler part of me away from it. But at the end of the day, they also say it might just come out naturally, and I think that's just gonna make the entertainment aspect of it. Everyone's gonna be going wild for it. I bet they're gonna do some wild shit that we can't even think of. Like something's gonna come out, some yells, some anything. I don't know. I'm excited for that part of it.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man. And I was just telling a few of the guys we've interviewed today. They have this roster now to like pull from. So like in the last 2.5, 3 weeks, they've added how many matches? Because they've got access to these, like again, to this roster. And from a podcast perspective, it's like, oh shit, I don't know, I'm going to get to all these people. But on a fan's perspective, and a podcast perspective, it just kind of injects some fun energy into the thing. Yeah,
no, for sure.
Yeah, so they can recruit from people that already understand it, as opposed to like kind of go in fishing a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then speaking of just having so many other new individuals now in the sport, I feel like this should bring that fire to the current roster or the people that have already been in here, and just be like, now I need to perform, because there's so many other people now in the roster that I might not get an opportunity soon, because they probably want to fill up the rest of the card with the other new guys and see what they have. So as a competitor, you just want to be able to perform, want to be able to get that knockout, want to be able to impress the bosses, and be able to just say, nah, like, put me in as often as possible. So I hope we see that on PowerSlap 13 Friday.
Yeah, I think we will. You said when you're talking about, I hope the bosses see it or whatever. I'm just curious, man, on your opinion on this, but maybe you can give our, the viewers some insight. Like, obviously, Dana White is a huge figure with it, right? But then you've got Frank as well. Is Frank really the guy that's going to start steering the ship sooner than later, and Dana's going to kind of, be involved, be there, but it's just going to be more of, how do I say this, like, not so nuts and bolts involved. Yeah. Just more of a, Dana's a part of this, and it's gonna do big things, and Frank's more of the day-to-day, driving the ship guy.
I could see that for sure, but I could also see Dana White having his input on things, and just, I mean, it's his what he started, and it's tied to his name. So I wouldn't just, I couldn't see him just steering or being on the sidelines, just letting other people do it.
You don't see him. He can't. It's not in his personality. Just be the face, like the face of the.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
get
see
that. I get that
at all with him, and honestly, one of the things when I spoke to Frank about moving down in weight classes, he brought up Dana White. He said,
really,
Dana White.
I've heard you say that before.
Yeah. So he brought up Dana White. I gave him a call. I said, hey, Frank, I want to talk to you about what's next for me. For me, it was the title shot at 185. So then he's like, hey, Dana White was really impressed with your performance against Eddie.
Oh, shit.
He just brought that up, and he's like, what do you think of coming down to 170? I think this will be a good opportunity for you to come down. And it was cool to hear that Dana White, my name was in Dana White's mouth. So
yeah.
It's like, bro.
No, it's like validated.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's not just Frank. Dana White's still kind of giving his input and seeing who has it or not in this sport. So I think that played a big role on me being able to get the title. So yeah, I don't see Dana White just sitting there and letting other people just steer the ship.
You got to remember, we're slap nerds, right? So little things like, noticing that like Frank put the belt around people instead of Dana, things like that. And however it plays out, it's smart to put up front the people that you want to be doing those things early, so people don't get attached or whatever. Because dude, fight fans are super sensitive. Like, they're very much of the wind. You know what I mean? Dude, I have never seen these in real life. So, is that the newest one?
This is the newest one.
How fresh is that guy?
How fresh is?
Yeah. When did you get this one?
This one I got him. I got him after Abu Dhabi. So I think I got it back in
11.
That was 9. So Abu Dhabi was in October, so I think I got it like in December actually like January.
And did you have in mind what you wanted, or they kind of free-hand it?
No, so I had a mind of getting a dog. I wanted a dog.
For sure.
So
very on.
So I have a guy that I send him my ideas, and then he'll take a couple of days to kind of freehand.
No kidding.
So he'll redraw everything. I told him what I wanted. I gave him like 3 dogs, and he kind of blended them together to be that type of dog. So I kind of wanted it's called a Cholo Swinkle, which is like a Mexican dog, the Mexican ball dogs. I don't know if you've seen them. And then a mixture of a pit bull. So I wanted that like tough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mexican dog. So.
Well, it's cool though, because it's like, it kind of, just go with me on this one. Kind of shows you're one of one as well. Yeah. Because you wanted your own dog. You didn't want to,
just any reg.
You didn't want any old thing. You wanted to be personal.
And what I like about it in this location, there's a lot of the slap pictures or the photos that they always get.
For real, yeah.
I'm gonna slap fucking Blackburn. You're gonna see this dog.
It's pretty badass. That's pretty cool.
There. So I was like, I loved it, man. It was a painful one, but
Was it really?
Yeah, it was a painful.
See, I've always heard, I've only got the one on my back, and it
Yeah.
was, nothing. But I've heard the ribs and the forearm and elbow area are more painful.
Yeah,
than you
this
guys
one was
think.
painful.
Yeah,
Just right
that
here,
doesn't
and I
look
was like,
fun
what
at all,
No,
bro.
this whole thing was 2 hours of torture. This one was like almost 4.5 hours of just torture.
Man, that's crazy, man. But worth it. in
But
the
worth
end.
it for sure.
Well, dude, I'm excited for you, man. I really am. Like I've told you before, but like as the days get closer to every card, I just it kind of shows that you really are at the end of the day just a fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as the days get closer for your match specifically, super pumped, super excited for you. And dude, you can get to finally show out and maybe walk away with a belt.
Yeah, that's the plan. The plan is to not just walk away with it in a boring fashion. I plan to come out here and knock Blackburn out. But he does have the chin, so I have said it time and time that I respect him for his everything he's accomplished for the sport. But it's my time, man, and I'm not gonna just go out there and hold back or whatever. So
Yeah, very cool.
I'm coming for that knockout.
Dude, very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming by,
Thank
man.
you, Joe.
We'll be there on Friday for sure. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, dog.